everybody, it's Mrs. Zurich, and today I have a great story to read for you. It's called Trick or Treat, and the author and illustrator is Leo Landry. Sometimes it's a treat to be tricked. So I originally bought this book for my daughters a couple of years ago when they were little, and I loved it so much that I ended up purchasing it for the library. So I hope you find this book just as wonderful as my daughters and I do. Trick or treat. The last day of October had finally arrived. The empty house at the end of the street mysteriously came to life. In the attic, a ghost named Oliver awakened. He grabbed a sack from the foot of his bed, floated down the stairs, and glided out the front door into the woods. He stopped first in a mailbox beside some dusty old brooms. So let's look at this picture and try and think, what type of Halloween character would live at that house? The mailbox has a W on it. There's a black cat behind the window. There's a black cauldron, and there's 3 broomsticks. I wonder who's going to show up next at a moss-covered tombstone in the cemetery. And it says, "Here lies Scully." And last, at the mouth of a cool, dark cave. Afternoon arrived. As Oliver hurried home, a lone envelope slipped from his bag and twirled to the ground. See, there it goes. There's that extra envelope. There was so much work to be done. Oliver dusted the furniture, welcomed the spiders, and awoke the sleepy black cats. It was going to be his spookiest party yet. I love this. Most people don't add dust to their house, but that's what Oliver's doing. Most people do not want spiders in their house, but he's welcoming them. And then some people have this fear of black cats too, that black cats bring bad luck, but I don't think that's real. Evening neared. The full moon rose. Invitation in hand, 2 trick-or-treaters made their way from house to house. And you know what's very interesting about this year on Halloween is there's going to be a full moon. At the empty house at the end of the street, Oliver's guests began to arrive. So let's see if our prediction was right. I thought maybe it was going to be some witches. It says, "Knock, knock." "Boo!" greeted Oliver. "Hooray! Witch broom rides," he said. And there are the witches with their invitation. More guests arrived. "Ooh, those are some skeletons." "Boo!" greeted Oliver. "Scully and Jake, the Spooky Bones Band, and you've brought the bats." "Now let the spooky party begin," announced Oliver. Oliver smiled. All of his friends were here. It was his favorite night of the year. Look at the witches are making some sort of concoction in their cauldron. Scully and Jake are singing and dancing and making music. Looks like a really fun party. Outside, 2 unexpected guests made their way to the house at the end of the street. Oliver opened the door. Trick or treat, said a little cow and a little jack-o'-lantern. No one knew what to do, not even Oliver. Should we hex them? Said the witches. We could spook them, whispered the ghosts, until they go away. Even the bats squeaked in alarm. I've got it, said Oliver, and he slowly flew closer to the little cow and little jack-o'-lantern. Treat, shouted Oliver. Welcome to my party. And that was how a little cow and a little jack-o'-lantern came to dance with the skeletons, chase ghosts, and ride with witches. The last night of October. That looks like a really fun party. As they were leaving, the little cow told Oliver it was their best Halloween ever. And we've never seen such fine costumes, said the little jack-o'-lantern. The next morning, Oliver awoke to find a note on his doorstep. To Oliver, you are invited to Jack's birthday party, Saturday, November 7th, 27 Cherry Lane, 3 o'clock. Look what it says. No costumes necessary. Love, Cow, and Jack-o'-lantern. The end. So I like how the story ends kind of open-ended so that you can finish the story any way you want. So maybe in your version of the story, Oliver, which is our ghost, is going to go to the party, but obviously he's a real ghost, so he would have to be in costume. Or maybe he doesn't show up and Cow and Jack go hunting for Oliver the day of the birthday party. That's what's so great about stories that end like this, is you can think of the ending on your own and come up with any ending you want. So I hope you enjoyed Trick or Treat just as much as my daughters and I do. And I hope it becomes one of your favorites, just like it is mine. Have a great day, everybody. Bye.